Tired of getting lost trying to set up, manage, and close credit spreads? I use the IBKR mobile app for all of my spread trading. After running hundreds of these trades, I've made the whole process super simple. So let me show you step by step in under 20 minutes exactly how the pros do it so you can just repeat what works. So the first strategy for you is the one you should use if you're neutral to bullish on a stock, and it's helped make me thousands of dollars this year, and it's selling put credit spreads. Here's how it works. Step one, you sell a put option below the current stock price. You get paid cash to do this. Step two, you buy another put option at a lower strike price at the same expiration date. Now, this costs you a little bit of cash, but it also limits your risk. And the result, you receive a net credit, which is just cash going into your trading account. That's the execution piece. But before you start placing credit spreads, let me show you how to boost your odds of winning while avoid taking on too much risk. Think of these next tips as the rules of a board game. If you want to win, you're going to need to follow them. You'll make more money selling put credit spreads if you pick stocks that are moving higher up to the right on a stock chart. To do that, look for stocks trading above their 50 and 200-day moving averages. The relative strength index, or RSI, should be above 50, which means buyers have momentum and are in control, and the stock's price should be making a series of higher lows and higher highs. Only trading credit spreads on stocks that meet these conditions will give you better chances of breaking through and banking profits. And the one thing with this strategy, even if the stock stays flat, you'll still win because time decay is working for you as an option seller. Now, assuming you have a few stocks in your Interactive Brokers app with bullish setups, make sure each one has an average volume, which is this column right here, of at least 1 million. And this will help keep the bid-ask pricing tighter, which makes entering and exiting your credit spread much, much easier. Next, as a beginner, you're going to want to select an expiration date across the top here that is about 30 to 45 days in your options chain. This is the sweet spot for time decay, and you won't have to worry as much about volatility spikes shaking out the market. Then, using the delta column on the put side, you want to look for the number 15. So 2016, right around here, is where you want to be for your strike price. And when picking a strike price with a 15 delta, you immediately give yourself an 85% chance to win the trade. So if we sell this put option and then buy the 225 put option right below it, then we're going to have a max risk of $500 in the trade, which is just calculated by taking this strike price of 230, subtract 225, and it gives you a leftover of $5. And then we just multiply that by 100 because every option contract is made up of 100 shares. To finish entering the trade, go to the order page at the bottom and put that in. Fill out how many contracts you'd like to use. I would recommend one as a beginner. Use a limit order to enter your contract and get the best possible price by clicking this triangle button right down here, and then going down and selecting the mid price right there. Use a day order so the trade is only active for the current trading day, and then submit at the bottom to get it in your account. Once it's filled, it'll pop into your portfolio, which we'll show you how to check later on in the video. To make this even easier, grab my free credit spread checklist below and use it for your next trade. Now that you have a plan for entering a put credit spread, let's look at a live example to hammer the steps home. So here's a live example of a put credit spread on the company Tesla. Long term, we have a bullish pattern showing on the charts moving up to the right, which is what we want to see. We've got a series of higher lows coming up, coming up, coming up, coming up, and higher highs here, 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 and now hopefully soon there. The stock price is above the 50-day and the 200-day moving average, which is great, and the RSI is down here above 50 as well. All boxes are checked. Then in the app, we would select Tesla from our watch list. Click one more time in this chart area. Click on options. Go out and time to that 30 to 45 day area. Let's pick around 45 days for this trade. Look for a delta of 15. So we're going to scroll down till we find that. This looks like a close enough match here at 395. So we would sell that put. And then we would buy the 390 put right there. And that's going to keep our risk again to $500. We click on the order button right here. Just going to do one contract, use a limit order. Going to click on this triangle right here to get the best possible price for the contract using the mid. Day order is fine. And then I'm going to slide to take this and put it in my portfolio. My order has been filled, so we got a live trade. Next, let me show you how to manage a put credit spread so you know how, why, and when to close or adjust the trade. Imagine you're in a kitchen with a Michelin star chef. They would have an exact system, timing, and process for cooking a steak, and you need one too to make sure your put credit spread doesn't burn or isn't served raw. You'll be able to see a trade's progress in your portfolio area shown here using the unrealized P&L and unrealized P&L percentage columns. And when the trade hits 50%, so this number here hits 50%, that's a good time to close off a trade and capture 50% of the profit. To do this, click on your trade, click into it one more time right here. Pull this menu at the bottom up, click on close position. And if I got paid $90 to sell this position, I want this to be 45, and I could enter that, and that would stop me out and then slide to sell to close it off. In the event that a trade isn't working and the stock price is moving lower, you need to create a decision point. Gavin McMaster from Options Trading IQ, a 20-year trading pro, says put an alert on your chart halfway between the stock price and the short put strike. If you're monitoring your trade and it's a losing credit spread, if that midway point is reached, you need to react and then adjust your trade. And there are a variety of ways to do this, but the simplest are to close the trade out for a loss using the same steps I just showed you, roll the trade out in time, making sure you still receive a credit. This gives the trade more time to move back into your favor. Or you could sell a call credit spread, making this a full-on iron condor, or buy a put contract to act as insurance if you expect the stock to continue dropping. This is the toughest part of trading credit spreads, and your choice depends on your risk tolerance and outlook. But always act as your alert level. Don't rely on hope. And remember, with a 15 delta, you win about 85% of the time. So you need a plan for the other 15%. Now that you know how to set up and manage put credit spreads, let me show you how to use spreads when you think the market is about to drop. When you're bearish or neutral on a stock, selling a call credit spread is a powerful way to profit if the price stays flat or falls. Here's how it works. Step one, sell a call option above the current stock price, which you will get paid cash for. Step two, buy another call option at an even higher strike price using the same expiration date. And the overall result, you receive that net credit again, which is the cash that gets deposited into your account. Since you're bearish to neutral on a stock's movement, you need the chart to be moving lower to the right. Ideally, the price of the stock is below the 50 and 200-day moving average, with RSI below 50 as well, and lower lows and lower highs are being made. Time decay is still on your side because you're still selling, but price moving lower really helps with this strategy. We use the same entry guidelines for call credit spreads as we do for puts because they are the same strategy, just mirrored. So in your watch list, make sure again, you've got an average volume for your stocks of above 1 million here, which is great to keep the bid-ask spread nice and tight. Expiration date wise, you want to make sure you're looking at 30 to 45 days in your options chain. You're going to be focusing on the call side delta this time and looking for call deltas around that $15 range. So right here or even right here would be good. You then sell the one call, buy the one above it, and that constitutes your call credit spread. And this keeps your risk at $500. Go through the order page, keep the quantity at one as a beginner, limit price, using the triangle down here to get the best mid price for yourself, clicking down there. Time in force day is good, and then just click this over to the right to actually put the order in. Again, all these steps are in the free credit spread checklist below. Grab it to make your next trade even easier. And now let's set up a real trade together so you can see how simple the system is to follow. So here's a live example of a call credit spread on the company Meta. Long term, it is moving up to the right, but it's slowly turning over and starting to make a series of lower highs like this, and then lower lows again, like this, and like this. So it is trending downwards like this and starting to kind of fall off a cliff a little bit. The stock price is below both the moving averages right here, and the RSI is very, very low down here at 26. So in the near term, this isn't a very bullish setup. It would be bearish or neutral at best. So we want to pick Meta from our watch list right there. Click in here one more time. Click options. And scroll out in time, expiration date wise. Let's go again to December 19th. We'll go 46 days out. Then we're going to scroll up on the call side till we get to those deltas around 15. Keep on going. And we're going to look to do a 750 and a 755 call credit spread. We'll sell here, we'll buy there. Click on the order button, scroll down, do a quantity of one here. We'll do a limit order. We'll click this button right there to give us the midpoint of $40. Keep it today, and then again, swipe this to the right, and that inputs the call credit spread. And when we're managing a call credit spread, the same rules apply as a put spread. We want to take profit at 50% of that unrealized P&L. You're going to either close out the whole trade for a loss, roll it out in time to give the trade more time to come back into profitability, add a put credit spread to form an iron condor so there's profit potential on either side of price movement, or buy a call option to reduce the sting and offset some of the price moving against you. Personally, I just close for a loss. It's the fastest and least stressful way to move on. Next, let's break down the major risks of credit spreads so you're always prepared for what could go wrong. I used to let credit spreads sit way too long and just hope they would bounce back. What I realized in doing that is it opens you up to way more risk. So here are 3 rules you can follow when trading put or call credit spreads. Never let a credit spread go all the way till expiration. You need to close that thing 7 to 10 days prior. This keeps you safer from last minute news events and volatility spikes that can really wreck your trade. Never let the stock price move past the short option. Things can get really messy if the stock price ends up closing in between your 2 strikes. You could end up being assigned 100 shares or create a 100 share short position, which you don't want to have to deal with. And when in doubt of what to do adjustment wise, close the entire trade down, accept the loss, and move on. It'll sting for a little while, but you'll get over it so much quicker compared to letting a losing trade sit and just get worse. Now you have a repeatable system for setting up, managing, and closing credit spreads in the IBKR app. If you want to master the strategy faster, then book a private one-on-one session with me using the link below. And if you want to see how I trade and made nearly 4K in a month trading options, including credit spreads, watch this next video.